Hey guys, how are you? I'm back with another video, and this time I want to talk to you about a little bit about me to start off with. Um, I've been in childcare for 30 plus years. I was worked for Horry County Schools for 19 years, and now I'm working for the pre-K program. Before all of this, I did work in daycare, and my little ones were little whenever I started working in there. So it's been a long journey, and it's been an exciting journey, and it's been a learning journey. But that's a lot about me. I did work with children with autism in the schools. I work with children with disabilities. I also have Apollo's Foundation that I have with someone else, and that we just talk about a lot about autism. And so I have all of these social stories that I did in the schools, and a lot of my ideas came from working with the kids, and a lot of my ideas came, through as I was through the years. So I just wanted to give you a little bit of backstory about me. And hold on, that's my cuckoo clock. So just wanted you to know that backstory. So the first of all we're going to start with is our topic on flexibility and cooperation. There's a lot that has to be done with flexibility and cooperation. A lot of the cooperation. Yeah. Sorry, it plays a little bit of music as it's going. Um, um, Flexibility and cooperation. What's the definition of flexibility? Um, we all need to try to be flexible with schedules and with things. Lots of times, though, kids have a hard time with flexibility. But I had written down is the thinking skill to be able to adapt to new situations, improved and shift strategies to meet different types of challenges. Being able to come up with ways to tackle problems, being able to see things in different ways, and help to develop different strategies. Flexibility is, we can all use a little bit of flexibility, and the adults have to be able to be flexible in order to work with the kids, to help them with flexibility. Again, it goes back to modeling. It goes to being able to model everything that you do with the kids. If you want them to act a certain way, you have to be able to model that for them. And just like I talked about, some kids have hard time. You'll notice this with kids who don't like change. Change is hard. Flexibility is hard for a kid that does not like change, or gets easily frustrated by challenges. They also have a hard time coming up with solutions. So anyways, you might be able to, talk with the child and ask, what is it that we can do differently? What are some of the flexibility outcomes that we can have? Like if a child has difficulty with something, then you can tell them, what about let's try something else, especially with homework. If a child is having trouble with homework, maybe only give them a certain amount of the homework, a certain amount of, being flexible. Maybe only asking them to do 5 of them. If you do 5 of them, then, you don't have to do any more. Even the teacher and the parent needs to come together to help with the homework and the things that in order to be flexible. let's just say it's time to stop playing, and get ready for school. Some of you parents have a hard time getting your child to stop playing. There we can use visuals to help them to be able to transition from one thing to another, be helping them be flexible. Um, Maybe a child would miss a bus, or maybe a child would miss a birthday party that they really wanted to go to. Teaching them about flexibility and about things that happen. Some children have a really, really hard time with this. A lot of times the visuals, like I just said, visuals are very important for children who have flexibility. They have to see a beginning and they have to see an end. If they can see a beginning to their start, and then they can see an ending to their start, that's going to help them a lot. And another thing is differences in opinions. Everyone has a difference in opinion. We all have differences in opinion. We all have differences in who we like for president, or we have differences opinion of what's good and what's not good. That's the same with children. Children have differences, and children have different opinions, but it's teaching them and guiding them to help them learn about flexibility and about having those opinions. This is again is teaching them that everyone does not think the same. That they may, okay, so let's just say that a child doesn't like a certain food. If a child doesn't like a certain food, but you want him to try it, then maybe you can have a flexibility. Okay, you can try one. Or there's actually a very good book out about Pete the Cat, 3-Bite Rule. You can read that book to them. Lots of times kids don't like food, and that's okay if they don't like food, but just trying to help them be flexible and helping you not get so frustrated with them, because they can feel that frustration. It's also a big help when you can talk to them. Get down on their level. Get down to where you can talk to them. Get them to express their feelings. Again, feelings are very important, but they need to know what the feelings are. They need to know what happy means. They need to know what sad means. They need to know what angry means and frustrated means. And it's okay to be angry. It's okay to be sad. It's okay to be scared. But you have to teach those skills in order for them to be able to learn and to have flexibility and cooperation. But just trying to make sure that you have that skill as well. Flexibility, cooperation, you have to make sure you have it yourself, and before you can teach it anyone else. Modeling is, like I've said in the beginning, modeling is so important and such a crucial thing that you have to do. Visual schedules, even if you have to make an individual visual schedule, if you have to make one at home, and showing them what levels that they have, like they have to get up, they have to brush their teeth, they have to get dressed, all of those things. They may need visuals. Visuals is very, very, very important, especially for some kids that cannot handle flexibility or cooperation, and they're having struggles at home making that visual schedule, and also helping and working with the teacher in the flexibility and cooperation. I can't stress enough about visuals. Let's see, what else did we cover? Every child is going to have a different type of challenge. And you have to know what those different types of challenges are. You also have to know what works for them. For each child is different. There is no child that's going to be the same. But visuals do work, and visuals will help. And so that's what I'm going to leave you with today. If you can talk with your child on their level, help them, and you can't be frustrated. Help them figure out a way that they can be flexible. You also have to be flexible with them. And like I said, I cannot stress that enough for you guys at home. It's really going to help you if you can get down on their level, if you can figure out what's wrong, if you can teach them how to handle their emotions. Teaching them about their emotions is the number one thing. So I'm hoping that this helped you with the cooperation and the making sure that you have the flexibility and the cooperation with this. So my next we'll be talking about assertive and aggressive, and how we can be assertive, aggressive, and there's 3 different ways: passive, aggressive, and assertive. So again, next time when we meet, we'll be talking about those 2. So anyway, I wish you all a good night, and I will talk with you soon. Bye from the world of social skills.